What happens after we die? Many of us believe in reunions in the afterlife, but what if that's just an illusion? Sadhguru challenges us to look beyond these comforting stories and face the truth with courage. Are we ready to accept reality and uncover something far greater? When we think about relationships, we often focus on the present, on the tangible connections we share with those around us. But have you ever considered that every relationship is bound by the physical, mental, and emotional dimensions? The way you feel about someone today, whether it's love or resentment, is shaped by these three aspects. For example, that warm hug you share with a loved one or those deep conversations you treasure don't exist outside the physical and mental realms. So, what happens to these connections when one of those dimensions is gone? Now, think about what happens when the body fails or the mind fades. Death is the ultimate divider. The memories you carry of a loved one live on within you, but the person is no longer there to interact with. It's like holding a phone with no signal. You can hold it in your hand, but there's no way to make contact. As uncomfortable as this thought may be, it's an invitation to cherish connections while they're still possible, and to recognize that they don't transcend the physical. So why do we cling so tightly to the idea that these connections continue after death? It's comforting, sure, but maybe there's more power in facing life as it truly is. This doesn't mean letting go of love or memories. It means understanding their limits. And that's where the search for something beyond begins, something unrestricted by the body or the mind. But what exactly lies beyond? From an early age, we're told comforting stories about reuniting with loved ones after death. Whether it's through songs, movies, or religious teachings, the idea of an afterlife filled with hugs and laughter is undeniably appealing. But have you ever stopped to question what holds up these beliefs? As Sadhguru points out, this narrative often serves more to ease our fear of the unknown than to reflect reality. What seems like a comforting fairy tale may actually keep us from diving deeper into the true nature of existence. Accepting reality can feel uncomfortable, but it's also liberating. Think about a special relationship you've lost. While you may hold on to the memories, it's not the same as living those experiences again. Instead of clinging to fantasies, why not focus on the meaning of those connections while you're still here? Sadhguru suggests that by confronting these truths, we can open ourselves to a clearer and more practical understanding of life and death. What if, instead of looking for answers outside, you started looking inward? This doesn't mean ignoring your emotions or memories, but rather understanding that there's something beyond the comfort of the stories we tell ourselves. This inner search doesn't erase pain, it transforms it. So, if these connections don't exist in the afterlife, what truly binds us here and now? Facing reality for what it is can be intimidating, but it's the first step toward true freedom. Too often, we hide behind comforting ideas instead of confronting the harshness of existence. Sadhguru reminds us that denying reality only prolongs suffering. Think about a tough situation in your life. Ignoring it never solves the problem, does it? The same goes for life and death. When you accept what is, you create space for something greater to unfold. For example, when you meditate, you're not denying your body or emotions. You're creating a healthy distance between yourself and them. It's like watching a storm through a window instead of standing out in the rain. This practice allows you to see beyond the illusions and connect with a deeper dimension of existence. So, where do you start? It can be as simple as setting aside a few moments of silence each day to reflect on your life without filters. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding? This kind of honesty with yourself lays the foundation for any real transformation. And if you can go beyond the physical and emotional, what might you discover as you break through that barrier? Every bond we share, from a first conversation with a friend to cherished moments with loved ones, is stored in our memory. Imagine forgetting an important birthday or a promise you made. Those lapses don't just affect the connection. They highlight how memory underpins the relationships we hold dear. Without it, these bonds start to lose their shape. Now, think about conditions like Alzheimer's, where memory gradually fades. Even though the person's body is present, the lack of recognition erases the connection. The same happens with death. You keep the memories, but there's no longer any interaction. This is why memory is such a powerful gift. It allows us to relive moments and emotions, even when the person is no longer here. But there's a deeper lesson here. Understanding that memory has limits invites us to live fully in the present. What can you do today to appreciate the people you love? Maybe write a letter, create a photo album, or simply say, "Thank you." These acts often hold more meaning now than saving those words for an uncertain future. After all, how do these moments shape the way we deal with life's impermanence? Losing someone important is painful, leaving behind a void that feels unbearable at first. Yet, it's often within that emptiness that life's most profound lessons emerge. Think back to a time when you experienced loss. Wasn't it in those moments that you began to realize the true value of what really matters? Through these experiences, we learn about impermanence and begin to cultivate a deeper, more mature perspective on life. Turning pain into wisdom doesn't mean ignoring the suffering. It means allowing it to teach you. For instance, many people find purpose in honoring those they've lost, whether by supporting a cause that person loved or sharing the lessons they left behind. These acts don't just keep memories alive, they offer a path to heal and grow. It's like turning a storm into a source of water that nourishes the earth, transforming grief into something that fosters growth. Each loss reminds us that life is short and fragile. It pushes us to live more consciously, speak our truths, and prioritize what truly matters. But are we ready to use these lessons to shape a more meaningful future? If loss can teach us so much, what else might life be trying to reveal? Maybe life is inviting us to look beyond what's visible, to recognize a purpose, even in the hardest moments. When we face loss, we're forced to confront what truly remains, not material possessions or appearances, but the invisible marks we leave on others. Think about how small gestures, like a smile or a kind word, can ripple far beyond the moment they happen. These simple acts have the power to transcend even physical presence. What if life is also teaching us about the power of acceptance? Fighting the pain of loss only prolongs the suffering, but embracing it can open doors to healing. Some people find solace in spiritual practices like meditation, which help process emotions and bring inner peace. Others discover strength through acts of kindness, creating a positive cycle of energy that heals not just themselves, but also those around them. Perhaps life is reminding us that, even amidst chaos, there's beauty to be found. The real question is, how can you transform your pain into purpose? Every loss brings an opportunity to grow, learn, and live more authentically. Maybe it's time to explore what lies beyond the pain and uncover what it truly means to live fully. Could life's greatest lesson be about embracing every moment and emotion without clinging or resisting? Life offers us powerful teachings, but we only learn them when we're willing to face them head-on. What will you do with everything you've discovered today? Are you ready to change your beliefs and live more intentionally? Ask yourself, am I truly valuing the connections I have now while I still have them? Don't wait for pain or loss to be your only teacher. Start making changes while you still have the chance. If this resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments. How do you plan to apply these lessons in your daily life? Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and keep exploring this journey of growth and transformation. The next step is right in front of you. All you have to do is take it.